How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly segment of the LEGO Halo vignette series that I'm working on. Guys, where we left off last week, we had just finished putting together, or I should say because you guys aren't actually here. We just finished putting together this platform. Sorry, it's a little out of focus. We just finished putting that together, and I think what we'll do in this week's episode is figure out, what we're going to put on here. So I'll take you over to the computer, and I was looking at, sorry if you heard the mic move around again, I am looking at different like Halo 3 things that I could take from it, or take from the game and put on there. And so here's the thing, so Peyton's that's Brick Tactical, actually, that little part of the brick badge right there. So Brick Tactical's Halo figures, like the olive green that I ordered, hasn't arrived yet, which is fine, but I don't know if they're going to match that. I did buy olive green arms because they didn't come with it. I just got the armor parts, but I also ordered 2 regular blue armor packs. So instead of it being like a campaign like vignette recreation, it's just going to be a my own Halo vignette creation with a blue Spartan. Probably, if anything, it's going to take something out of Halo 4 because of the Spartan up stuff, so I might do something based off of that, which kind of is upsetting because you guys saw in the last video that I had that old like Sandy vignette that I did for a Star Wars mock back in the day, or like a few months ago. I shouldn't have taken that down because I'm gonna still use this because I like the size, but all I'm gonna have to do is just cover the whole top of this in tan, so I can do that if I'm going to decide to do a Halo 4 version. Because if you've played Spartan Ops, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's something that I think I'm going to do. But still waiting for the parts to come, the rest of the parts, and by parts I mean the Spartans. This has only been a couple days after filming the first segment, so as soon as we'll get those in, that'll be a nice boost. But I think what we'll start doing is putting together the sand that's going to go on top of this. Alright guys, this is what I am working on. The terrain that's going to get covered. So as you can see, I have a couple different colors here going on. I have some of the dark tan, I've got some dark brown, olive green, and sand green. So I will zoom this out so you guys can see this a little bit better. So the idea is, so Matt actually told me this and I like it a lot. So what I'm talking about here is, so these, obviously it's representing grass, green, but in real life and different things like that, like there's a lot of dirt in between like little like patches of grass. So what I'm gonna do is probably fill the rest of this out with brown and dark tan, and then put grass on top, or maybe like put grass a little bit in the bottom and kind of make it rise up a little bit so it's not like completely like straight and solid, kind of like what I did over here. But this isn't even remotely done, this is just a work in progress. So that is what we're looking at here. Still a long way to go in the sense that like these are 1x1 tiles, so those are going to be really annoying to fix, which are not fix like, but like to take off, so that's going to be fun. But I got to do the rest of this, and then once that's done, I will begin to work on like adding like another layer, because I don't want it to be super flat. It already isn't that flat, but it's going to be definitely raised up a little more because the terrain, like I said, isn't supposed to be just flat. So we're going to finish this up right now. Okay guys, this is what I've done so far. We've completely covered it, and for those of you who don't know already, if you don't follow me on Instagram and you don't know that I decided I'm doing this, I know in the comments of the first episode are like, oh, is it going to be a campaign or is it going to be a you know, just a random, you know, my own creation, right? So I decided to go with the Halo 4 Requiem. I know a lot of people don't like Halo 4. I personally thought it was awesome. So I wanted to start off with, like, you know, that one part in the campaign where you're just beginning to explore the outside of the world, you've left the Infinity and all that. So over here on the computer, this is the shot that I was using to get like a reference from, and there's not a whole lot. Like, I'm gonna have to actually maybe play the game if I want to do Requiem in like a bigger, like on a bigger scale, which I actually might do. I'm gonna have to, you know, obviously like find a little bit more, you know, to work with. So you see those like pillars, some of those are like constructs. You have the rocks here as well. I'm gonna try to add some of that into the vignette. So the other view that I was looking at was this one, if it'll actually load through. As you can see, you have, is that the composer? It's not the composer. You have the structure in the background, but then you have like this shot of like two sides of like a cliff. So what I was thinking about doing is, if we look at it from this angle, right? I was thinking maybe start to put like, make a rock wall partially on this side, right? This side, and then this side. And then it'll just kind of, maybe just for the fun of it, I'll put like an arch over everything. So it kind of, you know, looks a little bit more, you know, smooth. So I haven't done rock work in a bit, so I think we'll save that for the next episode when I figured out what I need to get. I have to order parts for the rock work because I don't have, see if I can actually find where I put everything. So in this bin is all of my dark gray, bluish gray, you know, parts. And within that, you have a bunch of, like, come on. I guess this works. So hard to do this with one hand. So you have these two parts, right? So you've got these and these. So I need a lot of those to kind of make, you know, like what I want, you know, to work. Like it's gonna be smoother than what you would normally think, because if you look at the picture again, see how like jagged that whole thing is. I don't know if I have the parts to do that, so we'll see just how well I'm able to actually do this. But that, I think, is gonna wrap it up for this week's segment. Thank you guys for sticking around. Next week we will get the rocks, the rock work done, or the rock work started, and see what we can do. We'll be adding the finishing touches between this week, or next week, and the week after that. We're gonna really be going into detail the next 2 episodes. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.